Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of the World Cement podcast. In this episode we're taking a trip to Athens, Greece, the birthplace of democracy, Western philosophy, literature, art and architecture. And perhaps most notably, the host city for Envirotech 2025. At Envirotech, my colleague Alfie Lloyd-Perks was able to catch up with Christopher Ashworth, president of FLSmidth Cement. Over the course of their discussion, they covered the journey to decarbonisation, the importance of partnerships and collaboration, the role of digitalisation, and more. So, without further ado, I'll hand you over to Alfie and Christopher. I just wanted to take a moment to remind you to register for World Cement. It's free of charge and gives you access to the latest issues of World Cement, both in print and online. Every issue comes packed full of regional analysis, technical articles, project case studies, and the latest industry news. Simply head over to worldcement.com, click the magazine tab, and register today. It's as simple as that. Happy reading.
Christopher, to begin with, FLSmidth has made very ambitious commitments towards sustainability, including Mission Zero. How close is the cement industry to achieving full decarbonisation, and what are the biggest hurdles?
Yeah, thanks, Alfie. I mean, reducing carbon emissions is the greatest challenge of our time. And I think everybody's aware of this, and many, not just FLSmidth Cement, are focusing on the very ambitious commitments on delivering decarbonization. And then if you look back over the last 30 years, we would cut per ton emissions by around 25%. And I think there's certainly a pride to that, but we are way away from full decarbonization. And so when you look at us, when you look at our customers, I mean, everybody's roadmaps are kind of focused on 2050. And then you say, okay, we're in 2025, we have 25 years left. Seems like we have plenty of time, but this is an industry where the lifetime of the assets can last decades. And so the investments and the decisions and that journey to get to full decarbonization, it needs to start now. All right. So, but saying that, the good news is that there's a lot of cement companies making these investments, and it can be anything from the automation level to energy savings from the technologies, for example, that we certainly offer to the market, to fuel substitution, to clinker substitution. So there's a lot of activity happening, which is good news. I mean, right now we're getting a lot of pull on our technologies, and certainly on our services, be it our global service team that's going on site and helping our customers solve their problems, but also our digital. Yeah. So our ability to connect in, be that trusted advisor with our customers and help them to operate more effectively.
Yeah. And yeah, there's certainly an appetite, isn't there, from the whole industry and FLSmidth, of course, for that sustainability, for that drive towards sustainability.
Very much.
And on a sort of related note, what role do partnerships, whether with governments and competitors or tech firms, what role do those partnerships play in accelerating sustainable cement production?
Well, I think one thing that one size doesn't fit all, right? So yeah. Every plant is different in terms of the pathway to get to sustainable cement production. There's a host of factors, business factors, economic factors, the local market conditions, customer demand, the availability of alternative fuels or supplementary cementitious materials. And in any case, it's the focus and the drive to really look at partnerships with the governments, with tech firms. So based on that, there is no single, this is the way, this is the answer. And I think for FLSmidth Cement, we've understood this from the start, and we have driven innovation as a company, but also innovation through partnerships, right? And this could be partnerships that we have with academia, with government organizations, certainly with customers in some of our R&D initiatives, other hard-to-abate sectors. And we've got projects ongoing now in the background for electrification, carbonating recycled concrete, increasing the use of SCMs through digitalisation. So there's a host of things that is really a conglomerate of partnerships where we're leading.
Yeah, and I noticed you say digitalisation, and how is FLSmidth leveraging digitalisation to make cement production more efficient and sustainable?
Yeah, so we're living in an even more rapid environment when we discuss the digital space. I mean, we're characterized by machine learning, the industrial Internet of Things, big data, and of course, the cement industry is not immune to this. According to World Cement, by the way, plants today utilizing smart sensors, IoT devices, really leveraging real-time data analytics are seeing the benefit from a digital standpoint, but also from a sustainability standpoint, right? A 20% increase in production efficiency, a 15% reduction in your energy consumption, and a 10% decrease in your raw material waste.
Yeah.
Right. And then from a technology standpoint, what can we do for our customers?
Yeah.
With the speed of change in this space. And one source of pride for us is the fact that we've been in the automation space since the 1960s. And that has been focused on the cement industry. So we go quite deep with our knowledge and the expertise that we have within our people into our software suite. Last year, we launched our latest updates to our ECS plant automation solution. So this was Control Center, this is Process Expert, Plant Data Management, and really geared these solutions firmly into the Industry 4.0 space, right? For example, in ECS and PXP, our Process Expert, we include our DataBooks module, right? This is allowing for reliable integration with open source AI and data science tools. Again, the speed for our customers and really almost in real time, being able to say, how are we doing it on site? Additionally, on digitization, we have our OCMS, or online condition monitoring system, our services that we connect directly into the plant, and either 24/7 or constant monitoring for our customer base, or as and when from the control room, where we can actually join them digitally in the control room and help them solve any issues that they may see. Be that trusted advisor that we've been for the last over a century.
Absolutely, yeah. And do you see digitalization and sustainability as two separate goals, or do you actually find that they complement each other?
They're definitely complementary. And we kind of look at digitization as a tool, as an enabler, rather than the goal itself. I mean, I mentioned before just the plant utilization, the decrease in energy consumption, the savings in terms of raw materials that are enabled by digitization. Of course, this is going directly to delivering more sustainable cement.
Mm-hmm. And now, looking forward, what excites you most about the future of cement production?
That's a great question. So I guess let's start and say, while we're focused on cement, I think one thing we have to realize is that it's not the final product, right? It's an ingredient going into concrete. That recipe for the last 200 years has been aggregate Portland cement and water, and maybe some limited SCM options like fly ash or slag. But then as we're looking forward in the next few decades, we're going to see this transform as the blends change to reduce the Portland content. The non-clinker binding systems are developed further, emerging SCMs coming to the market, and all driven by pressure from the construction companies to cut their carbon footprint. And that pressure may be at a faster rate than we're seeing in the cement industry today. And the question is, are we ready for it now? It's going to require agility. It's going to require commitment from the cement producers and companies like us that are supplying. We need to listen. We need to work with the ultimate end users. It's going to be rapid innovation. It's going to be disruption. It's going to be transformational, but at the same time, it's an exciting place to be. And if I take a step back and if I look at FLSmidth Cement, we've been on a transformation journey over the past couple of years. Most recently, as you probably heard, we've separated ourselves as an independent entity through our what we call pure play transition, right? And this really separates us from our parent companies, the mining business, but it's really benefited us as a company in terms of being able to laser focus on developing the equipment, services, and solutions that are needed by the cement industry today, and really focus on the investments that we require for our future and our customers' future.
Yeah. And just to sort of finish off this podcast, what advice would you give to cement producers looking to future-proof their operations, against both environmental and economic challenges?
Well, first, come talk to us.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be my first answer. And let's discuss in the opportunity to reconsider how things can be done. I mean, continuity is a really safe place to be, and with some of the coming changes that we see that we're experiencing already today. But as we look forward, if we're not changing, then obviously we have the risk of being left behind. I'm not saying you have to be a pioneer. I'm just saying that today there are already proven technologies and solutions that exist that can provide the journey to take you on this green journey. And yes, in all seriousness, please do come talk to us. We have a fantastic organization that I'm lucky enough to lead. And this is a team that's going to provide the guidance and support needed to help you identify and take the next step.
Perfect. Well, Christopher, thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Alfie.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of the World Cement podcast. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled for more information on the next episode, coming soon. And if you'd like to support the podcast and see it grow, we'd really appreciate your help by subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. Thank you. I just wanted to take a moment to remind you to register for World Cement. It's free of charge and gives you access to the latest issues of World Cement, both in print and online. Every issue comes packed full of regional analysis, technical articles, project case studies, and the latest industry news. Simply head over to worldcement.com, click the magazine tab, and register today. It's as simple as that. Happy reading.